Going to the mall, getting a picture with Santa, it is something so many kids look forward to each year, but it's not so easy to do in Edmonton. Malls there are having trouble finding Santa Claus. Not that he's lost, there just aren't enough of them. Here to talk about the reasons why is Victor Nevada, Canada's top Santa, and in fact headmaster of the Santa School in Calgary. So Victor, what is the problem with Santa?
I don't think there's much of a problem with Santa. I think it has a lot to do with the malls not paying enough money for skilled labor. I was looking at the news article a couple of nights ago, and the skilled or shopper, a personal shopper, was making $50 an hour. Now, I would venture to say that that's a little bit stressful and so forth, but I don't think it's a more stressful job than being a mall Santa.
What are some of the stresses of mall Santa? I mean, I know you've probably got hundreds of stories for me. You know, kids who wet their pants on your lap. Hit me with them.
Oh, there's the number ones, number twos, and then, of course, there's the number three, the hurls, as I call them. All right. You'll have kids being very excited, of course, sitting on Santa's knee, and sometimes they have a tendency to drum their heels into Santa's shin. Sometimes children will jump off Santa's knee right onto Santa's toes. So always a good idea to wear steel-toed boots for Santa. And then I think the stress, even more insidious in some ways, is the fact that Santas encounter stories that cause a lot of emotional distress for Santa, and children generally are regarding Santa at that point as a psychologist, I suppose, and they're looking for Santa to provide some closure, some comfort, and so forth, right? And that's why I say it's a skilled position, and if a personal shopper can make $50 an hour, I would think a skilled position like Santa should also make at least $50 an hour.
But doesn't.
But doesn't. I would think that the top wage for a mall Santa in Canada runs about $25 an hour, and generally runs maybe more to the $12 or $15 mark per hour.
Now, what does it take to be a good Santa? You talk about the skill set that you need. I mean, you've told me about the shin pads that you suggest, steel-toed boots maybe for those kids who jump off, plastic bib for the kids who want to hurl on you. But what about the skill set that you need to be good?
Well, I think the skill sets involved to be a really good Santa are an understanding of child psychology, what makes children tick, in other words. You need to have the acting skills in terms of character development, improv, in order to be able to think on your feet very quickly. And you have to have an outgoing personality, because bear in mind, malls generally bring in Santa, or the photo company doing the Santa set for that mall is bringing in that Santa. And the only reason that Santa is there for the most part, as far as that photo company is concerned, is to make money. The average photo sale in North America in a mall is $25 per child. And when you consider the fact, I know one Santa last year saw 20,000 children who had their photo taken with them. That's $500,000 gross.
Yeah. You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm watching you, I'm listening to you, I'm interested in you, and all I want to do is pull your beard.
Oh, I don't. Oh,
I bet that's another one of those stresses, isn't it?
I'll tell you something, Johanna. In the 22 years that I've been playing Santa, I've only had my beard pulled 3 times, and that's when I allowed that beard to be pulled. If Santas are getting their beards pulled away from their face, which is an absolute credibility issue, okay?
Yeah.
The Santa is not well trained. There's a way to control children so they can't do that. And the child, in fact, doesn't even know that they're being constrained if it's done right.
You know, I have one final question for you, Victor. We only have about 15 seconds left, and that is, you talked about the emotional stresses of being Santa, but what about after Christmas? You know, you get so much attention before Christmas and around this time of year, and then afterwards, you take off the red suit and you're just a guy again.
Well, I'll tell you, Joanna, it's like Cinderella. You go to the ball, and everyone loves and adores you. And at the stroke of midnight on Christmas Eve, the carriage turns into a pumpkin and the reindeer becomes scrawny mice, and it's over. And all the love and adoration that's been directed towards you for 40 or 50 days, it's done now. And you're just another civilian on the street.
Victor, it's a pleasure talking to you, but I do want to clear up one thing. My name is Sue Hannah. I'm on the good list. Sue Hannah, good.
Sue
Okay?
Hannah. I'm going to readjust my naughty and nice book.
Thank you so much. A pleasure
And Merry
talking to you.
Christmas, Sue Hannah.
You too.
You're